After more than a year of planning, preparation, open houses, and public input sessions, the City of Gering has adopted their new comprehensive plan. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the City of Gering now has a new comprehensive plan with the City Council's unanimous approval of a document that's been in the works for more than 1 year. City Engineer Annie Folk told council members that the city received more than 400 responses during the development of the document, about 70% of which impacted the final version of the new plan.
Some of the ones that didn't were either because we got feedback that kind of outweighed each other. You know, several people said they liked one thing, one person said they didn't. So we kind of tried to go with the majority there. Or there were a handful of comments that were things that were more just, you know, have you seen what this community does? So not necessarily things that needed to result in a change.
Folk says one of the additions due to the public input is a goals and timeline page at the end of the plan that can be used as a standalone document by the city to measure progress and update periodically. Following on the heels of the new comp plan approval, city staff has been working to update city zoning codes to better reflect the new planning document, and those are expected to go before the council in the coming months. Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and Scottsbluff Fire Prevention Officer Anthony Murphy says that means a heightened risk for fires. He recently joined News Director Scott Miller on the KNEB News Extra program to talk Turkey Day safety.
The number one cause of any home fire is cooking. And to further that, the number one day for home cooking fires is Thanksgiving.
Murphy says frying turkeys has become increasingly popular, but also comes with added risks.
Remember to make sure that turkey's fully thawed.
Yes.
Any of the ice, that kind of thing, that does not work well with the grease or oil that you would put in.
It creates instantaneous spattering and bubbles and not good.
Correct. And further making sure that you don't overfill the oil. Mm-hmm. It's always tough. They'll give you some recommended methods to make sure you got the right amount of oil in that fryer, so when you lower the turkey down in, it's not overflowing, and that's when you get the big ball of fire that comes out of those fryers.
Yeah.
And further, because accidents can happen, don't try to use your turkey fryer in the house, on the deck.
No. In a garage.
Make sure that you're at least 10 feet away from any nearby structures. That way, if something were to go wrong, number one, we don't want anybody hurt.
Yeah.
Number two, try to avoid any chance that an accident will spread beyond that fryer and to the building, to the house, to the occupants inside the house.
Fire extinguisher nearby and handy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And inside the home, Murphy says he has seen house fires locally caused when folks are cooking in the kitchen as well. And whether it's Thanksgiving or any of the other 364 days of the year, Murphy stresses the importance of having working smoke detectors throughout your home. And this afternoon, the Gering Police Department released an update on the search for missing man Chance Englebert. You can find that full release on our website at kneb.com. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with your Thanksgiving weekend weather forecast. We'll have the latest right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
When you're Arby's,
You can do certain things, like load roast beef and curly fries onto a sandwich. Add horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and cheddar cheese sauce on there. Sell them 2 for $6. And when you're Arby's, you can call it the Arbinator. Because if you aren't, Arbinator is a super strange name to just invent. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, unfortunately, Mother Nature is not going to deal us very good weather here as we go into the second half of the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Breezy conditions tonight. Winds are going to decrease, though, as we go overnight, but still stay in that 15-mile-an-hour range as we get towards morning. The winds up and the clouds are going to keep it a little cooler tonight, or not as cold tonight, more cool than cold, as we were very, very cold this morning. A quiet Thanksgiving coming, but very strong winds are on the way, and yes, folks, we're talking about the possibility of blizzard conditions. We'll talk about it all here in a moment. 30 yesterday after a low of 19. Picked up an additional 1,400s out at the airport. We're right about where we should be now for November and almost 4 inches above normal as we round out the month of November here in the next couple of days. Well, we've got a big weather system coming. These purple shaded areas, these are winter weather advisories. Now, this is for Thanksgiving Day for most of the central and eastern half of the state, northwestern Kansas. That is a winter weather advisory for that period of time, for that storm system. This blue shaded area, those are winter storm watches in this kind of orangish color, I guess we would call it. Those are high wind watches that are in effect for the next storm system. That's the one coming in Friday into Saturday. We're going to be dealing with some incredible wind speeds, folks. We're talking about wind gusts 70, 75 miles an hour, not out of the question, from late Friday afternoon, or from Friday afternoon rather, all the way through late Saturday night. All day Saturday we could be dealing with it. And then these areas in the blue shaded area, that's the best possibility of blizzard conditions because we'll have a little bit of snow. Probably not a ton of snow, but some snow. And with those type of winds, we're going to be dealing with some very big issues with travel. Now, even if you're not in the heavier snow areas, we're still going to be dealing with those winds blowing that snowpack around that's out there. Temps are in the teens and low 20s right now. Very chilly day today, a raw day out there. Winds still out of the southeast, 15 plus up to 20 miles an hour at times. Look at those wind chills. We're in the single digits, 21 in Ogallala, but 2 in Kimball and Sidney, 2 below over in Cheyenne, 5 above right now in Torrington. So as we look at our future cast, for tonight, we're going to be not too bad. Just a few clouds overhead. This system is going to bring some clouds in, and it's going to stay pretty cloudy right on through Thanksgiving Day. There is a little brief shot of some snow in the far southeast corner of the region late tonight into early Thanksgiving morning. Temps tonight into the teens, much better than those below zero readings that we had. Now, here's the start of your Thanksgiving. We're dealing with clouds. That band of snow pushes to the east and then quickly moves on out. It's going to be a quick hitter, and it's not going to be anything major in that portion of the state. This is where we're going to be dealing with the next system coming in from the north and west. And as we get into Friday, especially late Friday afternoon into Friday night, those winds are going to be on the increase, and we're talking about some very substantial gusts. We'll extend that out a little bit here and show you this in a moment. 30s for highs tomorrow, so a little better for Thanksgiving than what we had. Just very light snowfall totals here, less than an inch from a quick glancing blow of some light snow here across the region. Now let's look at our extended outlook. On Friday morning, any of that remnant showers and snow showers push out and away from southeastern portions of Nebraska. By late Black Friday, here comes the snow starting to wrap around. This system, you're going to be able to see where it's churning, and as it develops and intensifies Saturday into Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, we're going to be dealing with some very strong winds, and the system's going to take a while to pull out. It'll be Sunday morning before it officially starts to pull away into Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. These are where the strongest winds are going to be occurring, is right in our vicinity, and we're going to be dealing with some incredible wind speeds. So snowfall probabilities right now, light snow generally speaking for most of the area. There's a little bit of an indication right in the Scottsbluff area and points to the north where we could be dealing with some of that heavier snow. Certainly the Pine Ridge could be dealing with some of that heavier snow. This is one model. The second model, pretty similar. You'll see right here, the northern portions of the Nebraska Panhandle, and it's even picking up a little bit here on the Wildcat Hills, that we could be dealing with some heavier snow bands. If we get into those heavier snow bands, blizzard conditions are on the table for us. If we don't, ground blizzard conditions certainly are. It's going to be a very rough travel day. If you don't have to travel tomorrow or Friday afternoon, Friday night, or any time on Saturday, I would really stay home if at all possible, as conditions are just going to be absolutely nasty. 19, not as cold tonight. Lots of clouds for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's going to be a cloudy day. Can't rule out a flurry, especially southeast of us. Temperatures only in the low 30s, but that's better than where we were today. Certainly better than what we've got coming for Black Friday. Highs in the upper 30s, but PM rain quickly turning over to snow. It'll be all snow. Windy conditions late Saturday. Strong winds on Saturday, folks. We're talking about substantial winds with blowing and drifting snow, 70-plus mile-an-hour winds, and there will be some light snow here across the area as well, adding to those near blizzard conditions. In the 30s then on Sunday, and next week things finally slow down a little bit, but don't let your guard down, as it looks like it's going to be temporary. Maybe most of the work week next week, things will be nice before we have another system. Try to get here by the end of next week and into next weekend.
Behold the Arbinator. Behold the roast beef and cheddar cheese sauce. Behold the horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and curly fries. Beholding two of them for only $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Hi, this is Sandy Patty, and I'd like to spend this Christmas season with you. I'm bringing my Christmas Blessings concert to Scottsbluff, Nebraska on December the 5th, and I'd love to see you there. I'm going to be singing songs of the seasons, and we're going to spend a thoughtful and intimate night with a lot of stories and songs that surround this wonderful holiday. I hope to see you there, and you can find out more information by going to sandypatty.com/tour. Have a very Merry Christmas, and may God bless us, everyone.
Welcome back. A 22-year-old Scottsbluff man who was behind the wheel during a high-speed rollover injury accident earlier this year, which led to felony weapons charges and later was charged for assaulting an inmate while at the Gering jail, has struck a plea deal to avoid going to trial. Zachary Adams, a convicted felon, reportedly hid the gun that was in the vehicle at the time of the rollover. Prosecutors worked to consolidate all of the cases, and last week, Adams agreed to plead guilty to charges of DUI causing serious bodily injury, procuring alcohol for a minor, attempted possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and third-degree assault. The weapons charge is the highest classed felony, and Adams could face anywhere from 1 to 50 years in prison when he's sentenced on December 20th in district court. Well, the Scottsbluff Area Visitors Bureau has launched a new tourism-focused website that highlights lodging, events, and recreation in the county. Director Brenda Lacey says the new website, visitscottsbluff.com, went live last week and is the next important step in a shift to a new marketing concept started about a year ago. Lacey says the goal is to keep visitors on the site for as long as possible, and not only to look at attractions, but scope out everything that the Valley has to offer. She says the website will be a useful tool for those planning a trip to the western part of Nebraska, especially for individuals, couples, and families. And Governor Pete Ricketts joined leaders of Nebraska's public higher education institutions and business community members yesterday to announce a new partnership aimed at college completion and workforce development. They announced that the University of Nebraska's Commit to Complete campaign, originally launched back in 2016, is expanding statewide. The Nebraska Department of Labor says the state will have 34,000 annual job openings for high-skill, high-demand, high-wage workers like engineers, engineering technicians, nurses, dental hygienists, healthcare workers, computer network support specialists, and technology experts. More than 2/3 of those jobs will require an associate's or higher degree. Well, coming up after the break, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. We'll meet Grizzly right after this.
Next Gen Outfitters, where the adventure begins and the tradition continues. When it comes to an online retailer, this is the new standard in authentic hunt, camp, and shoot. Born from over a century of outdoor experience, your online retailer, Next Gen Outfitters.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Grizzly, an awesome cat that needs a great forever home.
This is Grizzly. She's 6 years old. She's been here since August. She's your typical cat. She likes love on her own terms, but she needs someone to take a chance on her because she's been here the longest out of all the cats in our shelter. She's great. She doesn't really like to be held and handled, but she'll be all over you when she's ready for it. Her adoption price is $50, and that includes a free wellness check. She's spayed. She's got up to date on all of her vaccines, and it also comes with a free sample bag of food. Yeah, so Grizzly is just really needing someone to come and just fall in love with her, take a chance on her. She's, like I said, she's been here since August, and that's a long time here in the shelter. She's just desperate to get out of here and find a good home.
To meet Grizzly or any of the cats and dogs they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society Monday through Saturday during normal business hours. Plus, as an added bonus, whoever adopts her will also receive a Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling her right away. Well, straight ahead, we'll see what's happening on your holiday weekend community calendar. We'll have that in just 90 seconds.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
My kids eat vegetables never, but they eat runs of sandwiches, which have cabbage, which is a vegetable, which makes me the mom of the year.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads!
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, another large turnout is expected for the 36th annual KNEB Thanksgiving in the Valley Community Dinner tomorrow. More than 800 meals are expected to be served up at the Guadalupe Center and delivered to locals. Turkey, potatoes, corn, and lots of pie will all be served up, and for 2 hours on Thursday, people from across the community will come together to share their special day. And decade after decade, this event could not be done without generous donations and tons of volunteers giving up their time to help make Thanksgiving a great day for people in the Valley.
Yeah, they are imperative. This year, again, as we all know, Kevin Mooney had retired, but he's still kind of behind the scenes. He's helping me out a little bit this year. But he's seen the volunteers longer than I have. I've been involved for 18 years, and not only are they volunteers, they become your friend. And I have, volunteers from age 6 to age 90, and that's no kidding. I mean, that's who comes to the center. I may not see them maybe once or twice a year, but I look so forward to seeing those volunteers, especially the regulars. And this year, again, the boys basketball team's helping from Scottsbluff. We have some other volunteers from some other organizations that are jumping on board, and I think the worst thing is they feel like they're not helping enough because I have an abundance of volunteers, but they really do a great job. And that includes cooking turkeys or making pies on their own. All of that counts towards that.
The dinner will start tomorrow at 11 a.m. and will run until 1 p.m. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving with your family and friends. We'll see you back here on Monday.